Greetings and welcome to the podcast. This is episode number 8. I am Caleb, and with me here are my brothers Noah.
Hello.
And Seth. Hey there. So we just finished eating a lovely meal put together by our mother, Miz Carla. Let's see, what
Okra.
Yeah, we had some fried okra, some pinto beans, what
Creamed
else?
corn.
Some creamed corn and some chicken.
Ooh, the chicken was yummy.
Chicken was
I want
good.
some more chicken.
And also, I'll add that we had pie.
Oh, yeah. Haven't had any of the pie yet.
It was pretty good. I sort of made the pie. It's about the second laziest kind of pie you can get, maybe third laziest. Though I guess the most lazy would be that you actually go buy a pie. The second being that you buy a frozen pie and cook it. The third being what I did, which was take pre-made pie crust mixed with pre-made filling, put the pie crust and the filling together, bake it, and, a lot of pie. So,
wow.
It was pretty good, though. I mean.
I did eat some of the, not cantaloupe, the pineapple.
Yeah, we had some pineapple, too. Noah, did you eat anything for supper?
Well, I substituted candy corn for cream corn.
Creamed candy corn?
No.
Well, it wasn't creamed. It was just candy corn.
Well, you could cream it.
I suppose so.
Is that possible?
You can
it's like
substitute
a wax.
candy corn for cream corn, correct? I mean, it's a vegetable.
Now, somewhere deep in my memory, I remember seeing something about somebody who tried to melt candy corn. Do you remember?
It's flammable.
I'm almost sure. I was like, I saw a video.
Was it like a candy corn candle or something like that? You could burn it?
For some reason in my mind, that memory is mixed with Palmer.
Well, that's not surprising.
Did Palmer try to melt candy corn or something?
Probably. He probably tried to roast it over a fire or something.
No,
like
I think he tried to melt it in one of our pots or something.
that.
Does that sound at all familiar?
No.
It sounds like something Palmer would do. We should really have him on the podcast.
We should. But anyway, supper was good. So I made a pie today. That's one of the things I did today. What did y'all do today?
I went to school.
I went to work.
And what did y'all do at school and work, respectively?
Sat and listened to a lecture in environmental science.
About what?
Chapter 8.
Seth was clearly paying attention.
Do you remember anything about Chapter 8?
It was on environmental health issues like pathogens and enzymes or something. I don't know.
You really don't know then. Yeah.
It was something about how populations and health and like that. I don't know. I'll review it.
So what did you do at work today, Noah?
I took apart 2 shelving units. One was just one of those little snap-in ones with the little circles that go in the holes and just pop down. The other one was one of those bigger ones that have little hooks that hook into the shelving unit, and that was the one that was kind of difficult. Actually, it was actually really easy to take apart once we figured out what we were doing. Part of the reason I was having trouble moving, I thought, man, it's got all this stuff on it. I just need to take all the stuff on it. It won't be that heavy. And then I get everything off of it, and I start to pull up on it. I'm like, it won't budge. And then I realized it's bolted to the floor, and that's why it won't budge.
It wasn't that heavy. It was just bolted to the floor.
It was actually really light once we unbolted it from the floor.
There you go. So next time you think something's really heavy, just make sure it's first not bolted to the floor.
Also, I discovered that the shelves that I bought to replace those, they apparently forgot to send us the support beams for them. So my plan to put the shelves together did not happen today, and instead I've just got stuff scattered all over the warehouse because I don't have shelves to put it on, which is not really making me look forward to go back to work tomorrow because it's just a big mess.
It probably feels like home.
Yeah, a little too much.
It probably looks like your room.
It looks a lot like my room. It's not.
So if we get some shelves in your room, would that help?
No.
Well, okay. Caleb, what did you do today?
Well, in addition to baking a pie, I changed the light bulbs on the Kia. So now you can drive it dark with the
Yay.
Kia.
I don't have to worry about running into other cars.
It's not that difficult to replace the headlight, actually the low light, because you just kind of open up the hood and unscrew it and pop it in. The fog light was a little more challenging.
That's
because
kind of what I expected.
You have to do that from underneath. You have to lay down on your back and, put your head under there and screw it. I mean, I guess you could just reach your hand down there, but not knowing what I was doing. I was trying to see what I was doing. So, yeah, I laid down on my back, got a flashlight, looked up in there. You have to unplug it, then you have to unscrew it, and then, I mean, it's not that hard, but it did take me a few minutes to figure out exactly what I was doing because I couldn't really see. So, yeah, I did that. That wasn't so hard. And I did that in the rain, got a little wet, but no big deal. And then I did some laundry and, not much else. Just did some stuff around here.
Well, there you go, folks. We've done nothing interesting, so we don't have anything to talk about.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about. It's been a pretty boring week. About the most exciting thing to happen to me was when I went on my trespassing tour of the Arkansas Health Center.
I knew nothing about this. What happened?
Late last week, I guess it was, I was bored, and since I've explored almost everywhere else in Haskell, I decided to trespass on the Arkansas Health Center property.
Hey, it's public land, right? Can't be trespassing.
I was going to say, do we actually want to go on
property.
record saying this? Or
they'll want to know who that guy walking around. There was nobody anywhere. I only saw one other person on the entire campus grounds the entire time I was there. And that includes when I walked through the Arkansas Detention Unit, Benton Unit.
Okay, so apparently there's no people, state employees around the correction facility.
The corrections facility you would think would have some sort of security, but no, I just walked straight through it and took pictures and nobody noticed. So they probably got the security footage and they watched it, on Monday or whatever, and they're wondering who this guy in the orange shirt walking around is.
Wait, you were in an orange shirt?
Well, no wonder they didn't think anything about it.
Oh, don't worry. He's probably one of us. No, actually, if that was the case, they'd probably be a little more concerned. But yeah, I just kind of walked all over and I took pictures in all the old buildings from the 30s that are abandoned. And
I was going to say, it's a really interesting looking place. I've never trespassed all over it, but, just driving by.
Yeah, and most of the buildings that are the oldest are abandoned, basically just storage for their Christmas decorations. And, I walked in and looked in the windows and, I've always thought it's a real shame that all those buildings are just pretty much not being used for anything because they're really cool looking.
They're full of asbestos.
And I have to say, honestly, they're worse looking up close than they are further away. So, yeah. Noah, I've seen that you've had quite a few boxes come in. Are you shopping for Christmas?
Yes. I wish I could tell you the story about that, but I can't. But maybe after Christmas, I can tell you about the fascinating story
folks,
of your Christmas present.
Next time on the podcast, listen to Noah tell us about why he got strange boxes in the mail for Christmas. Something.
It's like a promo for a future episode?
Yes.
Yeah. It's an interesting story. And it's still going on. That's another reason I can't tell it.
Hey, what do you want for Christmas, Noah?
Board games, headphones.
What board game do you want?
I don't
even want to try headphones.
Ticket to Ride, United Kingdom.
Yeah. What about Pennsylvania?
It's on the backside of United Kingdom.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Anything else?
I want what is it? I want Love Letter Premium Edition that lets you play with 8 players. And I want Sushi Go Party Edition that lets you play with 8 players.
So in other words, you just want the games we have now, but the expansion of them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay. What about you, Caleb? What do you want for Christmas?
I want some more cool socks.
Cool
Should we sign you up for one of those subscription sock services where you get new socks in the mail that are different every time? Sometimes they even match.
That'd be pretty cool.
What socks did we give him last year?
Is it just like is it just somebody's random socks?
Have we given you cool socks before?
Is it just like they go to the Goodwill and just like get 2 socks, they don't even match, and they just send them to you?
No, but that actually sounds like a much cooler service.
That really does.
The random sock service.
I feel like that Goodwill should do that, where they send you a random article of clothing.
Whenever Goodwill gets a sock that doesn't have a match, they just throw it in the box and they send it to you.
Actually, this sounds like a legitimate service. We'll go to Goodwill and find something that fits you and send it to you every week or every month or whatever.
Maybe that can be how we generate funds for this podcast.
All right. Check
there
us
you
out
go, listeners. If you want to sign up for our new sock
services.
subscription service, where we send you a lost, lonely sock and you give it a home.
Well, it's kind of like, adopting a sock. Maybe we can develop some sort of sock fostering service. We foster the socks until it can find its pair. What were we talking about?
Oh, Christmas. What do you want for Christmas, Caleb?
Oh, yeah. Well, I have socks. Yeah.
Socks,
what do you
Hats are
want?
fun.
socks and hats. I mean, how about apples?
I love apples. Give me some apples, sure.
What does Seth want?
Money, Legos, storage bins, chocolate, candy, gummy bears, fire extinguishers, you know.
Well, I only got you one of those, so.
We'll be sure to send everybody our complete Christmas wish list sometime on a future episode. But now it's time for a quick word from this week's sponsor. Socks, a foot's best friend, and yet there's something you should know. Every day, thousands of lost and lonely socks are torn apart from their matching pairs and abandoned at Goodwill. But with your help, we can make a difference together. We're working around the world to give every sock the home it deserves. For only cents a day, you can symbolically adopt a sock. Your sock adoption kit will include an adorable photo of the sock you support and a refrigerator magnet with your sock's name. Please consider supporting the World Sock Foundation, bringing hope to the darned.
I think we might just have a visitor.
Hi, it's our mother. Hi, Mama.
Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, thank you. It's fun to be up in the dump. You
It really
guys
is a pretty
really
bad
should
dump.
clean this room up.
Still better than my room.
My part's not that bad. I keep things
Caleb's
fairly
looks pretty good.
organized.
It's really just Seth's side of the room.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm in college. I don't have time to clean.
But as we discussed in our first podcast, it's actually treatment for the room to make it sound better while we record the podcast.
Well, it makes perfect sense to me. I thought tonight it would be fun for you guys and also for our listeners to play a game called Which Son? Are you interested?
Can you explain?
This sounds embarrassing.
It could be
Uh-oh.
embarrassing. Let's see. The way it works is we're going to play year one tonight. We're just going to talk about the three of you and compare your first year of life. And I'm going to ask a question, and then each one of you can make a guess as to which son answers the question. And we'll let our friends at home play along. We'll give them a minute to guess which one they think. We'll kind of keep a score, and I'll answer the question, and we'll kind of see who knows the most about your first year of life.
Okay.
Okay? Does that sound like fun?
I have the right to remove any embarrassing content after post-production, right?
I edit the podcast, so I get to decide what stays and goes.
That is actually true.
But we all get to listen to it. We just can't make any changes.
Question number one. Are you ready?
Nope.
Which son had the most hair when he was born?
I know the answer to that.
I'm pretty sure it was Seth.
Yeah, it was Seth.
I think it was Noah.
Okay. Take a second for our listeners at home to decide their answer. Okay.
They've had long enough.
The correct answer is Seth. In fact, he was the only one that was born with any hair. Both Noah and Caleb were slick bald.
Hey, I still have the best hair.
Yeah, I'll say there's a good chance he may be the only one that dies with any hair.
There it is true.
It was also blonde.
Yeah, I don't know why his hair was blonde.
Now it's almost the same color as mine. Just,
I mean, it
just a little
wasn't-
lighter.
It wasn't just blonde. It was like white blonde. It was weird. Okay. Which son walked first? And I'm not talking about years because Noah walked in 1990 and Seth walked in 19...
Wait, hold on. Are you about to give this
98.
away?
No, I don't think so. I didn't give
Okay,
anything
okay.
away. So which son walked first?
Huh. If I had to guess, I would say Noah.
I'm going to go with Noah also.
Fine. I'll go with myself. I have confidence.
It was Caleb.
You're all three wrong. It was Seth by far.
Yeah, well,
Really?
that was my second
Yes.
guess because
Huh.
Seth had to keep up with us.
Seth walked at 9 months. Noah walked at 12 months to impress a girl in the nursery. And Caleb, I don't think you walked till you were like 16 months or something. You were like lazy baby.
I still have trouble walking sometimes.
Okay, question number 3.
Are we still on like our first year thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all in the first. All these questions happen in the
Except for
first year.
Caleb's.
Except for Caleb.
Okay. Which son cost Steve and I the most money to pay for your birth?
Oh, that was definitely Caleb.
Caleb.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick me too.
You're all three wrong. It was actually Noah.
Really?
Yes. The reason was that we had insurance with Noah with a really high deductible. And with Caleb, we were actually part of a needs sharing ministry, and they paid every penny of it, even though you were in the hospital for a week longer than he
Really?
was.
Huh.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Noah, at one time we had it figured out. You were going to be 36 years old by the time we could pay off your debt. Fortunately, we earned a little money and managed to pay it a little bit sooner. Okay. Which son smiled first?
I'm going to go with me.
I'm going to go with Caleb.
I'm gonna go with Noah.
The answer is actually Caleb. And the event was the Olympics. And he smiled because Noah was ice skating
In socks.
in socks
But-
on the hardwood floor. It was hilarious. Caleb like to fell off my lap laughing.
And then he
at
threw
Noah.
How old was I?
You were probably about 4 weeks
That's
old.
not in the first year. Oh, weeks old. Okay. I thought you said years old.
Okay, think about this. He was born on December 27th, and the Winter Olympics are what? February? Middle of February? So maybe you were 6 weeks old. But you were
And
definitely
that was the
first one.
first time I smiled.
Yep, that was it. I'll never forget it.
I thought I would have smiled much sooner than that, but
Yeah, but
Okay.
neither did me or Noah. So,
Which son refused to sleep in a bed?
I think I know which one I can guess, but I'll let others guess.
I'm going to
first.
say Seth.
I'm gonna go with me also.
Yes, it was you, Seth. You would
Give me a stroller and a turtle.
Yep, you wanted to sleep in the stroller in front of the fish tank or the turtle tank or some kind of tank with bubbling water. If we put you in a bed, you would scream all night long. So we just let you
I still
sleep.
do that in my sleep, according to Caleb.
Even once he got big enough to figure out how to get out of bed, he never would stay in it. He'd go sleep in a pile of dirty laundry or something like that.
Okay. Which son went to church first?
I'm gonna go with me because like almost every question has been me.
I'm going to go with Seth.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Seth also.
You're all three right on
Because
that
I've
one.
heard this story before, and it was like a youth night or something, and I went to the youth group and met Brother Jay.
Yeah, you were born on a Wednesday night, and we had Surf's Up, which was like our little youth group, on Thursday. So we got out of the hospital like noon on Thursday, drove over to the church, and went to the youth group meeting. And that was your first time at church.
I actually remember that, I think.
You probably do. When you were 7 years old, you should have remembered. Okay, are you tired of this game, or you want me to do a few more?
Did we
Okay.
have like a baby shower for him?
Yes, we did. We had a baby shower for him.
Wow, you remember a lot at 7.
Okay, here's an interesting. Which son never wore newborn disposable diapers?
I'm gonna go with Noah.
Probably Noah.
Okay, this is actually kind of a trick question because I had 2 sons that never wore newborn disposable diapers. Noah was the first one because he only wore cloth diapers when he was a baby. And Caleb, you are the other one because when you were born, you were 10 pounds and 6 ounces and you never ever fit in a newborn diaper.
Yep.
We had to go up to the next size when we brought you home from the hospital.
And they just gave up on me, so.
Okay. Which son required a phone call to the doctor first?
I'm gonna go with Caleb.
I'm going to say me.
I'm gonna go with Noah because it was your first kid and y'all probably freaked out about everything, you know.
No, it was you, Caleb.
Yeah, you threw up a lot.
Oh, not only did he throw up a lot, but he got into trouble everywhere. He was the only 3-month-old I know of that could stick things in his nose. He got
Yet he couldn't walk.
He got his finger caught in a Coke can and couldn't get it out. I don't know.
Oh, I remember
He was
the
just
story
like
on
trouble.
that. That sounded awful.
Okay. I think this is the last one. Which son was a roly-poly at 6 months old? He was in the 90th percentile on the weight scale.
Definitely Noah because I've seen his baby pictures.
I'll second that.
Just to throw out some variety, I'll go with Caleb because he was a big baby.
You would think it would be Caleb since he was so big when he was born, and Noah was the smallest when he was born, but at 6 months, Noah was the roly-poly baby. He was amazingly fat.
Did he look like Cola?
Yes, he did. If you took Cola and put him in a little... It would have looked a lot like Noah.
We should try that now.
We should do that. It'd be so cute. Cola is our dog, by the way.
A
He's
really, really
pretty much
fat
an eternal
dog.
puppy. A fat puppy.
Last...
Yes, bad
I said that was the
metabolism.
last one, but there actually is one more. This one's boring. Which son slept through the night first?
I don't know. I honestly don't have a guess.
I'm going to go with me.
You always told me
I'll go
that
with
I was the
myself.
good child, so...
I'm going to root for the home team. Go with myself.
Actually, I think it was Seth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boo. Woo. I win. Y'all lose.
You win, Seth. You were the first one to sleep through the night.
You just weren't in your bed.
All right. So, folks at home, how did you do on the Which Son contest?
Tally up the score and send us the results at hardwickpodcast.com. We're about out of time now, so let's wrap this up.
So this will draw into completion episode 8 of this podcast. Thank you for listening. We are on the web at hardwickpodcast.com and on Facebook at facebook.com/hardwickpodcast. So go onto the web, check us out, send us a question or a topic. This is Caleb Hardwick signing off.
And I'm his co-host, Noah Hardwick, signing off.
Good, so long, folks.
This episode was edited by yours truly, Caleb Hardwick, and featured music by Bobby Prince. Until next time, thank you for listening.